Today I'm joined by Dean Coclin, Senior Director and Trust Specialist at Digicert, to get his perspective on how to build set trust and gain brand awareness in the inbox. My name is Laura, and this is Inksma Compact. Welcome, Dean.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Laura.
Let's get started. Could you please explain what BIMI is and how it can enhance brand visibility in email marketing?
Sure. Well, BIMI stands for Brand Indicators for Message Identification. And those four words really speak to what it does. I mean, let's break it down. When you look at it, brand indicators, what are those? Those are logos. And logos give an indication of who you are and your brand. And the second part, message identification, this helps users that receive emails with this BIMI logo identify who the sender of the email is. So brand indicators for message identification give us that logo next to the from name in the inbox so that recipients can help identify that. Not only for that, but also for brand visibility. Logos are used throughout different aspects of a corporation, whether it be on the side of the company building, on collateral that the company has, on the website, and now in the inbox using BIMI. This helps marketers improve customer perception, as the presence of these logos indicates that signals authenticity and really professionalism, potentially increasing open rates and engagement.
Okay, great. And in what way can DMARC directly contribute to brands' visibility and reputation in the digital space?
Yeah, good question. So DMARC stands for Domain-Based Message Authentication, Reporting, and Conformance. And this is an email security technology that helps prevent spammers or spoofers from taking over your domain and sending out emails on your behalf. So if you have your domain DMARC enforced, which is a requirement for something called VMC, which we'll talk about in a minute, that helps secure your domain from hackers spoofing your identity. So this is something that is going to be very important for not only for you, but it also gives your customers peace of mind that you're taking the right steps to enforce email security. By protecting your brand from fraudulent activities, DMARC helps preserve the customer trust, which is very essential for sustained brand presence and recognition.
Okay, great. And in your opinion, what should marketers take into consideration when they're implementing BIMI?
Right, so the BIMI logo tends to be fairly small, and so you have to make sure that the logo is clear and recognizable at that small size because it's going to appear in those email clients at that reduced size. The marketers should also work closely with the IT teams to ensure that DMARC policies are correctly implemented, because if they're not implemented correctly, the logo will not show in those emails. This means that the DMARC policy has to be at quarantine or reject. And the last part is obtaining a verified mark certificate or a VMC further enhances the credibility. We'll talk about that in a moment, I believe, but these steps ensure that the brand's logo is consistently displayed and maximizing its visibility.
Perfect. And now you've mentioned a few times VMC. So what is it exactly? And especially what is sort of the difference with more recently launched CMC?
Yeah, good question. So VMC, as I mentioned, is a verified mark certificate. These are digital certificates that verify the authenticity of that logo for use with BIMI, and it ensures that only legitimate brands can display their logos in email clients. Now, some mailbox providers require this certification. In the case of Gmail, VMCs enable that blue authentic check mark, which add an instant visual cue and a layer of trust for recipients. VMCs are granted to holders of trademarks. So you must have a trademark in one of 17 assigned jurisdictions to obtain a VMC, a verified mark, and get that blue check mark. But if you don't have that trademark, you can use something called a CMC or a common mark certificate. These are very similar in concept. The logo will still show. However, you will not get the blue check mark in Gmail. But essentially what we're doing with common marks is we are looking at logos that have been protected by prior use. So as long as you've been using that logo for at least a year, you can get a common mark certificate.
Okay, great. And we've already got to the final question. How do you see the future of DMARC, BIMI, and VMC evolving?
Yeah, that's another good question. So I think as email security and authentication technologies continue to advance, DMARC, BIMI, and VMC are likely to become more widely accepted and adopted as integrated into email marketing strategies. The future may see broader support from email clients for BIMI, and in fact, we're seeing this now. More and more email clients are adopting BIMI and recognizing VMCs and CMCs. This is going to make it a standard practice for brands that want to display their logos, which is going to enhance their brand visibility and their trust. I think VMCs could become more streamlined and accessible, encouraging more brands to authenticate their logos. And DMARC policies might evolve to offer more granular control and reporting, further improving email security and deliverability. So staying ahead of these trends will be crucial for leveraging these technologies to their full potential in building and maintaining a strong brand presence.
Great. Thank you very much for your insights, Dean.
Thank you. I enjoyed speaking with you today.